Let me check this gold graph actually. So yeah, like we had a 3,000 gold lead. We try and coin flip bear and just lose the game. Infuriates me. Oh, it's Hades.
Hey everyone, SafeLocked here on behalf of the League Dev team to welcome you to Season 2021. We want to start today by saying thank you for being here. We're so excited you tuned in from all over the world as we kick off the next year of League together. In some ways, this year will be a little different. As you know, there are more ways than ever to enjoy League. Our hope is that we can create a few moments throughout the year where we can all come together and celebrate as a community. So, to that note, League devs from across Riot are joining us today to help kick off the new season. Here's a look at everything we have in store.
Yeah, I'll watch the League part.
Today marks the start of a new season in League.
Actually?
And with that, a new chapter for Runeterra. So, there's something we'd like to show you. If you've been following League for a while, you'll know that since reuniting, Senna and Lucian have been fighting back the darkness. But as the black mist continues to spread beyond the Shadow Isles, Runeterra faces a new threat that could leave the world in ruin.
Crap. Oh?
The housing's loose again. What did you do to this thing?
You'll have it fixed by Mudtown. With currents and wind conditions, we can be there in 3 days. The mist should be leagues from here.
Well, it saved us a trip.
Senna?
Hey, we don't run from darkness.
We light the way.
That big shabanger!
You don't belong here.
I have crossed
That's the Root King.
and ruination to get back to her. Return, my queen.
You will destroy this world.
She is my world.
Oh shit. Oh shit! We should do something! Oh? Samara bitch? Aureus? Poppy! Karma! Possessed by the Root King guy. potion, man, help her! Oh, fuck. Light him up. Her hero! What's that, like her soul or something? Oh wait,
We
the
have
sword?
to go back for her.
The sword was
Sinner.
Blade of the Rune King? Wait, that's... Oh!
We can't defeat him alone.
Call T1. New champion, LOL Tyler1.
That's right, Viego, the Ruined King, is here. And even though we love a good cliffhanger, this time we're going to continue the story across multiple League experiences throughout the year. We'll talk more about what that looks like during the stream. With that, let's hand things over to the rest of the League PC team to share a sneak peek at some of the new champions, skins, and gameplay changes coming this year. First off is Jeremy Lee, who's going to catch you up on the preseason item changes and look ahead to some of what's new coming in 2021.
Hey everybody, I'm Jeremy, aka Riot Brightmoon, the lead producer for gameplay on League of Legends.
Hey, nice, Jeremy.
I am so excited to welcome all of you to the start of season 2021.
Fucked my life up.
Today I'm going to talk about some of the recent updates we've made to help you get ready for this new season, as well as some of the things we're working on that we haven't released yet. So let's get to
Why are
it.
you smiling like that? You got nice teeth, though.
This preseason,
We
we've
fucked
completely
up.
revamped
Yeah, you
League's
did.
item system to keep the game's foundation
failed.
strong as it continues
And it was
to
terrible.
evolve. Deciding which items to buy is part of your path to victory in every game. And item choices, stats, and
Don't
effects
matter.
should be clear and understandable. So we took a look at every item and talked about what was working well and what we could improve. Some items haven't changed much, but we've removed some others and added some new picks, all to make sure that each item has a clear and unique purpose in the game. One problem we especially wanted to solve was that most of the time, earning a powerful item just wasn't very rewarding. Getting your first big item should feel impactful, and champions of every
Yeah,
playstyle
that doesn't
should have
happen.
multiple
Hinks
choices
does not
to be
pay.
excited about.
No, they lied with that.
So we've added Mythics, a new item class with a powerful effect that shape the way you play each game. These open new strategic options and give you more control on how you want to play. And because Mythics are so powerful, you can only have one at a time, so choose wisely. Another area we focused on was the shop itself.
Why does this guy look so happy?
We've wanted to improve the shop for a long time, but the technology it
Pissing
was
me
using
off. I
was
think he's
too
having a
old
good
and
time.
fragile.
I don't like that.
We've completely rebuilt the shop with new tech and tons of improvements. For example, we've smartened up the recommended tab to make suggestions based on what high-level players are building and which items are good against the enemy team.
Dude, it's got,
So
stop
if you're
looking at
worried about having to relearn items, don't panic. The new shop's got your back.
me. No, it doesn't.
Updating such a foundational
wasn't
system
bad.
is going to have a big impact on the game. So we're keeping a close eye on balance and what everyone is building, especially in these first few months. Thank you to all the players who've been giving us feedback along the way, and please keep it coming.
You'll listen.
Because like the rest of League, the item system will continue evolving over time.
Yeah, let's pray. You hot fix Nerf to Moo. For what?
In addition to the item system overhaul, we're making some changes to Ranked
Yeah.
to prep for this
We're
season.
gonna put all the dipshits on T1.
So before you get started on the climb, which by the way you can do today,
yeah,
let's
I
take a
know.
look at what's new. We know it's been frustrating to win streak into promos only to go 1 and 2 when the stakes are high. So we're removing promotion series between divisions.
Yeah, nice change.
You'll still go through promos
Actually.
between tiers, like from silver to gold, but otherwise it's smooth climbing. This means that you'll no longer have demotion protection between divisions, but you'll still have that buffer once you reach
That
a
should
new
have
tier.
happened years ago.
We also know that starting a new season just to grind back up to where you finished the previous one can feel a little tedious. So we've adjusted the way that provisionals work. This year, you should start your climb closer to where you ended. And for all of us sweaty hopefuls, Master Tier and above unlocks immediately with the new rank season, which means the race to be first in Challenger is open today.
Yep, I'll
There's
be
still
there.
a minimum LP requirement for Grandmaster and Challenger, but no more waiting 2 weeks for it to unlock. It's ready now, if
Talking
you
to
are.
me directly. Look at him. He's like, Tyler1, that's
Finally,
you.
we've been making some improvements to matchmaking and player behavior features.
Really?
Over the past 6 months, we've been improving our detection and punishment of players who quit or intentionally ruin the game for others. While we still have a lot to do, we've been able to improve detection of players intentionally feeding by 40%. And we're also seeing meaningful decreases in players AFKing in games.
Yeah.
But even if it's happening less, when it does happen, it can be really frustrating.
Yep.
So one of the big highlights we've recently shipped is LP mitigation. So now you don't lose as much LP when someone on your team AFKs in ranked. And players who leave will also lose more LP for abandoning their team.
Good, that's good.
We'll talk more about our additional plans here soon, as we hope to make more changes that encourages everyone to work together to get to that victory screen.
Yeah, that's good, bro.
It was a long time coming, but I'm happy to say that we've had a great first year of Clash. Over 28 million players played Clash in 2020, and we want to keep that momentum going.
I didn't even know it was still out.
This year, we want to
Nobody
make
talks
sure
about
that
it.
everyone who wants to play Clash can participate. So we're looking at improvements to the free agent tab. Right now, a group of 4 can find their missing player, but we're also exploring a way for free agents to find themselves a team. We're also going to test running Clash tournaments during the week, so that those of you who work weekends will still have your shot at glory. Or going 0-3 like I usually do, although I swear I have won a Clash once. The first Clash tournament of 2021 starts next weekend. We know it'd be a little much to finish all of your placements before
guy's got
then.
really nice
so for this
teeth.
tournament only,
What the
you
fuck?
don't need to be placed in ranked. Looking further towards the future, we want to focus on improving the systems that exist around the game. And let me tell you, League has a lot of these. Ranked, Honor, Summoner level, Champion Mastery.
Give me
event
my Honor
passes.
3 back.
You get the point.
I deserve
Needless
it.
to say, there's a lot going on.
I flamed
and
tfblade,
it
who
doesn't always
cares?
feel like things are working together.
Fanboys reporting
Spending
me.
time in League should feel meaningful, no matter how you're doing it. And we want to bring all these complex systems together in a way that gives you clear progress and rewards for everything that you do. We also want to recognize your personal accomplishments and playstyle and show them off to other players. So whether it's flexing on your friends with your rank, celebrating your skin collection of your favorite champion, or just how many champs you have Mastery 7 on, we want the way you play to feel meaningful and easy to show
Wait, that
off.
border looks sick. What the fuck?
Now, we're still in early development on all this, but we'll share more later this year. Now, good luck with your climb in ranked,
Stop looking
your
at me like
rerolls
that.
in ARAM, and snatching that Clash trophy with your friends. Thanks for watching.
All right,
I
Jeremy.
look forward to seeing all of you on the Rift.
All right, peace, Jeremy.
Hi, I'm Ryan Reeve Morales, the lead producer of the Champions team. I want to take a little time to talk with you about some of the plans Champions team has in store for
Okay,
2021.
we know.
So last year, we set a goal to ship at least one new champion in every position, with the exception of mid lane, where we wanted to have both a mage and a melee champion. We believe that players shouldn't have to go longer than a year to get a new champion to try in their role.
You're releasing him
So this is
fast.
something we plan on doing again this year.
Please don't.
Up first on that list is a new jungler, one you just saw in the opening cinematic. That's right, we're finally bringing Viego, the Ruin King, into League
Viego
as a
or Diego?
playable champion. At long last, he's more than just an item. And to prove it, here's a quick peek at the new gameplay he'll be bringing to
Oh.
the Rift.
Oh my
If you want to try him out yourself,
God.
he'll be hitting PBE very soon and goes live
Wait,
later
if he
this
gets
month.
a kill, he can take their soul and use all their abilities. Wait, and it looked
So
like it
Viego's
refreshed from
release
Cinna.
is just the start of
Wait,
the Ruin King story.
what?
And the next 3 new champions we will be releasing this year will also tie into
No,
Viego's
no
return.
more.
Now, for a while, we've been wanting to add more magic damage fighters, especially one
fuck this game.
tailor-made for top lane. We believe snipping a bigger space out of our roster for AP fighters will not only lead to more diversity in top lane, but also more choices for other lanes as well. And with that goal in mind, we began to sew together a new champion for the Ruined King's return. But where do their loyalties lie? With Viego or with Senna and Lucian in the fight for hope? Also, for our internet sleuths out there, we hid a small Easter egg for this champ in the Ruined King game. So let's see if any of you can find it. So after we pass through the new skirmisher, the next champion after that is a gloomy new artillery mage who would prefer if we just didn't even bother her at all.
Artillery mage? Okay,
I mean,
this can't be
I
that
don't
bad.
blame her. These days there's so much skill shots and
You're a good actor.
dashes and hyperactivity around Summoner's Rift. Either way, as tiring as all these champions can be, shooting skill shots everywhere, sure beats being back in that happy-go-lucky Bandle City. She would choose anything over that colorful, horrible, bright place. Now the third champion that'll be part of the Ruined King's return is a marksman. But much like Senna, they are planned for a non-traditional position. It's a bit too early though to say more about this champ, so look out for future roadmaps for a new Sentinel of Light.
God. Dude, please stop making new champions. Fix the ones we have.
Now that we've talked about some of our plans for new champions, let's get right into VGUs. So first of all, we're still hard at work on the Dr. Mundo update, which should go live this spring. We really want to amplify Mundo's whole dark comedy
And make him
theme
big.
while bringing his visuals
And
up
muscles.
to date as well. Last time we shared his new
my
concept, we
God.
heard a lot of feedback from players that his hair was a bit too well groomed for Mundo.
True.
We talked as a team about that and we agreed with it. So we updated it to look less well kept, as you can
big
see in the
man.
new portrait art shown here. Now as for his gameplay, we still want Mundo to go where he pleases, chucking cleavers along the way, so we'll be keeping a lot of what you love about Mundo intact. But look out for a new dev blog this week that'll go way deeper into Mundo's development. Finally, we announced another player choice VGU poll last year, and while we didn't quite make it for 2020, we're happy to say it's coming this week. You'll be able to choose which champion you think we should update next. The poll will include 5 champions, 2 returning champions in Shyvana and Nocturne, as well as 3 newcomers in Udyr, Quinn, and Skarner. But before casting your vote, you can learn more about why we chose these champions,
I mean, Quinn will
what
never
we
be-
would consider changing on them, so that you can make the best, most informed
Udyr
decision on
has to
who
be
to vote
changed
for.
first, right?
This will be coming in a dev blog along with the poll this week. So that wraps it up for Champions
it's gonna be
team.
Udyr.
I
I don't know
can't
why
wait
they're
for
voting.
you all to see the new champions we have in store for Viego's return, as well as what you think of Mundo's VGU progress. Thanks for watching, and see you on the Rift.
But Carter, nah, I think Udyr needs
Hey
it
everyone,
worse.
I'm John, aka Bellissimo, and I'm the product lead for personalization and events here on the League dev team. Let's not waste any time and get into some of the things that we have planned for 2021.
Quinn does not need it more
With
than
over
Udyr.
150 champions in League, there are a lot of mains to make skins for. So in 2020, we stepped up the number of
Oh,
skins
this guy
that we
leads
ship
the
each
skin
year,
team.
in hopes that champion mains would no longer have to wait years between skins.
I mean, skins are popping.
but that doesn't
actually.
mean our work is done.
Can't really flame that.
There are still some champions who haven't gotten a skin in a while. So this year, you can expect something for Fiddlesticks, Tom Kench, Corky, Camille, Galio, Lulu, Nautilus, Wukong, Nunu, Sejuani, Rumble, Yumi, and Twitch. If your favorite champion isn't on the list, don't worry. There are lots more to come as we plan to ship over 140 skins this year.
Whoa.
This also includes some skins for our more popular champions, including Vayne, Caitlyn, and Blitzcrank.
Cool.
For any given thematic, there's only so many champions that really make
That
sense in that
means-
world. With us making more and more skins every year, it means that we run into a problem that we call thematic exhaustion. This means that we've either run out of champions that work well in a thematic, or players show their lack of interest through purchase rate, play rate, and feedback. All of this indicates that we should keep trying new things. We'll still be revisiting some of our most popular thematics this year, like Project and Battle Academia, but we also want to explore new worlds. In February, we'll be celebrating Lunar New Year with a brand new thematic, set in 2057, the Year of the Ox. Lunar Beast is a world where futuristic cityscapes and ancient temples collide. High-fashion streetwear with a touch of traditional elegance is the style of this year's Lunar New Year celebration. Here's a first look at
Oh,
Fiora,
wow.
Jarvan, and Alistar, who are all part of this year's Lunar B Squad.
Wait, Fjord looks pretty good.
If psychedelic retrofuturism in space is more your vibe, then good news. Our second major thematic of the year is Space Groove, an eccentric take on a sci-fi universe full of far-out fun
who's
and
that?
color. The laws of physics and logic don't always apply here, but some of our favorite champions just really dig that, man.
Damn!
We have lots of ideas for new thematics, and we'd love your help in prioritizing which ones you want to see the most. So this week, we're holding a player choice vote between 3 thematics that we've been exploring, codenamed Monster Tamers, Crime City Nightmare, and Debonair 2.0. Monster Tamers is a world where champions harness powerful creatures
Let's do
from across
Monster Tamers.
Runeterra
Woohoo!
to challenge each other in high-stakes matches. In Crime City Nightmare, we focus on the crime
Wait,
state
that's a
that is
sick
Valorant
gift.
City, where a street war takes a dark and horrifying turn, as a mysterious figure introduces those desperate for power to an ancient Cthulhu-inspired evil. Finally, we have Debonair 2.0. In a world where powerful elixirs grant extraordinary abilities, 2 rival clubs vie for power. Classy opulence meets modern noir as champions work together to take back
Malzahar?
what they believe is theirs. We're going to ship whichever thematic gets the most votes this year, and we may revisit some of the others later, depending on your interest and feedback.
The bubblegum Triss skin should have
We've
won,
been
by the
working
way.
to improve events on League, and this year, there are 3 main areas we want to focus on. For starters, we're going to keep running featured game modes alongside every major event. One of our biggest learnings last year was that players most actively played modes that amplify champion fantasies. For example, in Earth, we amplify fantasies by asking, what if my champion could cast all the time? Or in One for All, we ask, what if my champion got to stack with itself? We believe that there are other interesting ways to amplify champion fantasies, and we'll be exploring a new mode in 2021, as well as bringing back our existing roster of rotating game modes. The second area we'd like to focus on
Well,
is the
they
event
brought
pass
back
system.
3v3s.
2020 was a crazy year, and while we were able to ship a lot of content, we weren't able to get to some of the event pass changes that we were hoping to. We think clarity and ease of experience can improve a lot,
All right,
and
you're
we'll be
coming off
sharing
as
more
greedy
details
now.
on our plans to revamp the system in the first half of this year. Finally, one of the things that made Spirit Blossom stand out from other events was that it was centered around the lore of Runeterra. We've gotten feedback that you want to see Runeterra stories move forward, the world evolve, and League's champions continue their journeys. At the end of Spirit Blossom, Ahri and Yasuo left Ionia on an adventure to Bilgewater. Their story will continue in The Ruined King, a League of Legends story. But things aren't going to end there. Viego's back, and we'll be following his path of destruction in League PC later this year.
Champion's gonna be so disgusting.
Where will the ruination spread next?
Hey, who's that?
Who can stand up to the Ruined King?
That's a sick skin.
And who will fall? Thanks so much for watching.
Oh, that's why
The
Draven
only
got
reason
the
we get to do
routines.
any of this cool stuff is
Surprised it
because of
wasn't
your
the cinematic,
continued
though.
support. So on behalf of the League dev team, thank you.
Wait, yeah. Why was it Draven in the cinematic? He also got a routine. Kid.
Hey folks, Brian Feeney here, the design
I
director
like
of
your
Wild
style,
Rift.
Brian.
It's so cool to be part of kicking off a new year of League, and we can't wait to show you what we've been working on. When developing Wild Rift, we aim to create an experience that is authentic to League, keeping things just the same when it
I'll
makes
watch
sense.
this.
As you've likely seen, we've also
I don't
made
know if
some
talk about the card
changes to
game.
champions, skins, and the map, to make sure things feel great for Wild Rift players. We also know many of you are still waiting to play Wild Rift.
Yeah, I am.
And it's taking us a little longer than we planned to get it out to you all. So, here's an update on our open beta rollout plans for the next few months.
Compare
We're aiming
this
to
guy
start
to
service
fucking
in the
League
Americas
devs.
in
That's
March.
the problem.
We're currently working on ways to make sure you get access to a bunch of champions quickly when you join so you can start building
This guy
up your
just looks
competitive
him.
pool. We'll have more details soon, and we can't wait for you to start playing.
Good shit, Brian. Good to hear.
Many of us fell in love with League when we found our first main. For me, it was Twisted Fate. I told myself it was for those sweet card throwing and picking
just
out
like his
plays,
hair, I bet.
but I think we all really knew it was about not needing to walk back to lane when you could globally teleport at level 1. When choosing which champs to bring to Wild Rift, we primarily focus on the ones who can expand on the gameplay and thematics that we're currently missing. Wild Rift has around 50 champs, and in 2021, we're really looking to broaden that pool. Our goal is to release an average of 2 champions every month.
Oh, you don't
Well, not
have-
our main goal, we do feel this is a cool throwback to 2009 League PC. Anyways, let's check out some champions. Coming later this year will be one of our highest skill cap champs thus far,
Dude, how do you even
Katarina.
play this on-
She promises to pick the perfect time to strike with her
I'm
deadly
trying to
daggers.
port it, bro.
Okay, all right. Let me
Anybody
explain.
have?
When we're bringing champions over to Wild Rift, we want to keep their fantasies and playstyles intact.
I'm trying to
We only
play
look to change abilities
the
if they
mobile
don't work
game
on
on my
twin stick
computer.
controls, or if there's a cool opportunity to really make them shine. In this case, it's both. We know from Katarina players that her fantasy comes from weaving her ult in and out of fights using Shunpo. But in our playtests, we saw that it ended up being super easy to cancel our ult accidentally with the joystick. So we tried letting Katarina slowly move and reposition while ulting, which ended up feeling really awesome on twin stick controls.
Yeah, good luck, have fun.
It's time to let it rip. Rolling in sometime after will be Rammus the Armadillo. We want to preserve Rammus's fantasy of gotta go fast, and saw an opportunity to
like you,
wild drift. Rammus now passively rolls, gaining out of combat movement speed, and the twin stick controls give Rammus a new way to really zoom around the map. Rammus's new ultimate, Soaring Slam,
stop freaking
enables him
out.
to
It's a-
leap
it's a
into the
robot.
air and
What
create
the
tremors where he lands. The size of the tremors are based on his Powerball speed. With these changes, we're hoping Rammus can feel more than okay on Wild Rift. And finally, as for Dr. Mundo, his update will be coming to Wild Rift a bit later in the year, because right now we're focused on getting the game in as many hands as possible. So while Mundo will still go where he pleases, he'll just be taking his time getting there, as he pleases.
Honestly, this game looks better than fucking the shit I play.
We're going to be making some upgrades over the next few months to flesh out Wild Rift's gameplay. One of our big focuses will be our in-game item pool. You've seen the item overhaul that just hit in League PC,
Yeah, absolute
and while
failure.
we plan to eventually adopt some of these changes, we aren't quite there yet. In the meantime, we're looking at the item options currently available in Wild Rift and working to fill in some of the gaps. You can
Wait,
expect
they
us to
have old
continue
items.
expanding itemization options throughout the year. We're also looking into more ways to play, as one of the things players have been asking about is additional game modes. Today, I'm pleased to announce we're working on our version of All Random, All Mid, or ARAM, and you can help us test it out later this year. If you want a more competitive experience, great news! Our first official ranked season is starting soon. Beyond the usual matchmaking and ranked improvements, we also want to do
I
more
hit
to
rank
support
1.
competitive play. So we're looking into a couple of things this year. One feature you can expect soon is the ping reply system, which should help you more easily coordinate with your team and acknowledge their calls. Finally,
Voice chat.
a lot of you have been asking for a way to have more choice over the position you play in-game. We're actively working on a solution for this, and we'll bring you updates on this soon. We're going to be running a ton of events throughout 2021, with new ways to play and share the magic of League with your friends. Events are one of the ways we can
We're gonna
create
talk
shared
about
moments
skin
with League
next,
PC.
Brian.
That way, players can experience the world of League of Legends together. Our next shared moment will be the futuristic
Guys
meets
don't need
traditional
events on Wild
Lunar
Rift,
Beast
bro.
event in February. As a celebration
Wild
of the
Rift
Lunar
free to
New Year,
play?
the squad will be joined by Misfortune in a new skin unique to Wild Rift. We'll keep teaming up with League PC throughout the year, as we really don't want any missed opportunities. Outside of events, you can expect to see some other skin lines making an appearance early this year.
I bet this game's
We
gonna
have
be huge
even more
on, like,
plans for the year, so
not
let's jump
America,
into
but,
some
like,
rapid fire previews.
in other countries.
We'll be heading to Targon later this year to battle for the heavens. We'll also be making our first stop at the lovely Shadow Isles. We're working on our first to Wild Rift skin line, and later, 2 of League's deadliest champions will face off and hopefully settle the score once and for all. Before we go, you may have been wondering where Teemo went after Jinx teleported him and a few others onto Wild Rift.
Not really, but
He's had an interesting journey, and now he's starring in our biggest in-game event yet. Check out the new Tales of Runeterra, featuring Teemo and some of his Yordle pals.
be nice to Teemo. Hurt him.
Corky, I've got this.
But Teemo Teemo's AWOL. You need a recon. I'll help you find him.
I know where he is. The Bilgewater
How cute
pages
they
are
are.
missing from his scout journal.
Yeah, but
Besides,
Christy.
weren't there enemy bogies spotted over Piltover?
Bogies. Bogies? Why didn't you say so?
I'll help you save Teemo. Lieutenant Lulu, this, rock is the most important part of the mission. You've got this. Bye.
I always have to guard the rock. I can do a lot of things.
That looks so cute.
I'll fix that.
Teemo? Teemo, sound off. Whoa!
You want it
a
there,
double
Brave.
cannon. Oh.
Not a single bogey. Nothing. It's absolutely nothing. She thinks I'm washed up. Well,
You are.
not this, my boy.
This rock never does anything. Ugh.
You're not gonna... What? No Tristana?
Nope.
Mission's gone south. Want to go cause a ruckus?
I thought I struck gold when I got one yordle. Now look what we got.
You got it. Don't care how much those yordles are worth on the bounty board.
Oh yeah, these guys
They're
from
a
the
ticking time
MF
bomb
thing.
of trouble.
Quit your whining. That cage is runic iron.
Oh, Corky.
Prepare to face Randall City's most decorated lions!
Sorry, I hate
That makes 3. I'm rich.
What was your plan?
I'm just a distraction.
What?
As I said, tick, tick, tick.
Oh.
Donna, I've been watching this rock all
Oh,
day.
shit.
And it doesn't do anything. I'm starting to think that maybe... Don't touch your bottom!
Son of a...
Teemo!
That all the mustard you got? Right here!
Kirky, do something useful.
You little...
What's a Bandle Gunner without her support?
Blue's broken.
But I tell you, you don't mess with yordles.
Whew, thanks. I thought I was a gunner.
Not with friends like these furballs. What were you here for anyway?
Vandal Scout mission badge number 389. Adopt a pet. Cute, huh? It's a soul-devouring seaworm! Teemo, wait!
Teemo, wait!
Teemo, wait!
Teemo, Tristana, Lulu,
That's
Corky, and also Kennen are making their debut on Wild
I
Rift
like that,
this
Brian.
week.
That made me happy,
The Yordle
Brian.
Expedition
Thank you.
event will take place over the next few weeks with champs, skins, goodies, and an in-game experience where you can follow the Yordles on their journey throughout Runeterra. That's all from us for now. We're so excited to share more in the future. See you on Wild Rift. Hi,
I'm not
Jeff
watching
Yu, executive producer for
Runeterra.
Legends of Runeterra.
I can't.
And I'm here to talk to you about our
Dude, I
plans
can't.
for 2021.
I don't care. I can't.
But first,
It'll be like 30
let me
minutes.
get a little
Yeah.
sentimental. Nearly a year ago, we set out to build a better card game, and the progress we've made has only been possible with
I don't
your
care.
feedback and your support.
Is there like a...
Since our launch on PC and mobile,
I
we've
don't wanna
released
miss a
hundreds
cinematic,
of new
though.
cards, brought
But I do
over
not
fan
care.
favorite champions, and added new features like rotating game modes and in-game tournaments. And the good news is, we're just getting started. In 2021, we're focusing on leveling up our approach to champions and bringing more social features to Legends of Runeterra, while introducing new regions to the game. From the
Runeterra
deep
shows
seas of
cinematics?
Bilgewater to the
No.
summits of Targon, we've explored a lot of Runeterra so far. Up next, we're traveling to the magnificent ancient land
Runeterra
of
always
Shurima,
shows cinematics.
home to desert nomads who travel the sands, monsters hidden beneath, and the ascended beings that rule above. This is Shurima like you've never seen it before. A flourishing civilization with a rich history and a bold new future. But we're not just here to geek out over the lore. Let's talk about gameplay.
No,
Shurima
go
will add
back
some
to the
really
lore.
cool new mechanics to the game. From seeking buried relics, to predicting the future, or tapping into the godlike power of the Ascended. Shurima's power is available to those who are resourceful enough to try.
I should get paid to
But
watch
be
this.
warned, the sands do not forgive. We'll be sharing more about Shurima and when you can wander its dunes early in the year. As part of this year's goal to focus more on champions, we're looking for new ways to get you more champions more often, even outside of our bi-monthly expansion releases. The first of these champion releases is right around the corner, featuring everyone's favorite sad moon boy. That's right, Aphelios is coming to lore next month. Aphelios is a gun-swapping Lunari who's kind of that strong, silent type. Sort of like my usual co-host who's just not here right now. Has anyone seen him? When you summon Aphelios, you'll choose which weapon in his arsenal to use first. But to really utilize Aphelios to his full potential, you should also be thinking about which weapon you'll need several rounds in the future.
Oh, that's cool.
Your strategy will become more complex as you play more moon weapons alongside the brand new Targon cards.
That's awesome.
Confused? Don't worry, a loon will guide you. But our focus on champions doesn't end with Aphelios. We're also keeping champions in mind in almost all of the new features we're developing. The first of which may look pretty familiar to some of you. Champion Mastery is coming to Legends of Runeterra.
That's awesome.
As you play games with each champion, you'll level up your Champion Mastery, getting new cosmetic flair for your collection. Paying off your dedications to champions you love is important to us, as is enabling your ability to style on your opponents. Now everyone will know they were slapped by someone who has an unhealthy fixation with Maokai.
Yep. God, it'll be worth it. There'll be a cinematic at the end. Trust me. Trust me. Trust me.
Last year, we focused a lot on
Riot's
competitive
not
play
stupid.
with ranked, gauntlets, and seasonal tournaments. We're continuing to invest in competition this year, and I'm happy to announce that our next seasonal tournament will be happening at the end of February. But we believe we have an opportunity to make Legends of Runeterra a game that's fun to play with friends too. We miss the days of meeting up for late night games and making fun of each other for some really interesting plays. So I'm excited to share that our first cooperative lab is coming this week on January 13th. In this unique game mode, the Noxian army is advancing, and the only way to take them down is through the power of friendship. Work alongside your ally with decks that are built for teamwork. Darius is about to hit you with a Noxian guillotine. Don't worry, your buddies got your back. The forces of Noxus grow stronger each turn, so plan your path to victory before you're completely overrun. This is just our first foray into the world of cooperative modes, and we're looking forward to seeing what you think. Your feedback will help shape the sorts of labs we
I'll be there.
explore in the future, and you can expect to see more social features this year.
One more thing. Okay, good. Log.
Finally, we had a blast working with the League team on Spirit Blossom, and we're excited to partner with them again. But they would ruin me if I said anything else. Like seriously, I don't even think I'd be missed.
Ryan said the same thing with missed. He said I won't be missed.
Well, that about wraps things up for me. Legends of Runeterra has already come so far since I first spoke to you last year, and the whole team is looking forward to doing even more for you in 2021. Thanks for watching.
You got a brother fucked up.
Hey everyone, I'm Tej, product lead for Teamfight Tactics.
You
and Watch
got
Up Set
a
1 Chapter
brother
Fighter.
fucked up.
Let's talk about what's happening for TFT in 2020.
Hey!
We have some pretty big plans for this year. We want to ship 2 new sets, level up the competitive experience, and experiment with some of the new ways to play. Let's start with the Fates mid set.
Love TFT. Bro,
This set will be available next patch.
I haven't
and all
even
have
clicked
to
on the
say is
TFT tab in
Alien
my
Soul
life. I
and
just clicked it
Swain are
once.
back. This is our second take on a mid set, and this time we're swapping out even more champions and traits. Specifically, we made changes
it's
to the
weird
primary
because
carries in
Legendary
the
Runeterra
first half
always
of the
makes
set
those.
to ensure that you'll have all new team comps to discover and master. You'll also see the return of a few old favorites, with their abilities set to the mythic tier. We're really excited about Ornn, who'll be bringing along his unique ability of forging upgradable items. And it wouldn't be a mid-set without a new rank stage. You'll be seeing the usual partial ranked reset.
Wait,
and you'll
TFT
get
has
new ranked emotes based on
1.9
the
million ranked players
sweet
in
LP
NA?
you've gained
More than
over the
League?
current
Wait.
rank stage. We also
way.
have two completely unique arenas, Club 2 and Lunar City. Club 2 is a brand new arena with beats so sick, not even Chonk could resist bumping to them.
Okay, this DMCA free? I pray.
And meanwhile, Lunar City will immerse you in a futuristic setting during the Lunar New Year celebration. And of course, it wouldn't be complete without new Lunar New Year themed Little Legends and a Fate Stage 2 pass. All this will go live with patch 11.2. This spring, we'll launch our next set and bring you into TFT's most dramatic setting yet. Corruption is nigh, and the balance between good and evil has tilted. The rising tension could yield grave consequences in the convergence, so we'll need you to help restore the balance.
Are we just gonna ignore the fact
As we get closer, we'll share more
that this
details
Rude King
on
is gonna be the
theme
most broken
and
champ
what
in
to
the game?
expect when you play.
and there's already 80 broken champs? It's insane.
We'll also be
Can't believe
adding
what the fuck
something
I
else
saw.
to TFT, along with the next set. Something new, something turbo. We're working on a mode that you can play when you're shorter on time. Like during meetings, during class, late at night, on your commute, waiting for food, or yes,
During
even
class.
on the John.
Are you
It's still
telling?
TFT, but a bit
Are you
simpler
telling your
and much
players
faster.
to neglect their education?
We'll share more information later in the year, and we're excited to see what you all think about our first mode. Last year we held the first TFT Global Championship, and it was awesome to see some of the best players in the world battle it out. Unfortunately for us in NA, EU really put on a show, and Casey Double walked away with the title.
Fucking dog
Now we're
shit.
looking forward to the
Pathetic
Fates
NA
Championship.
You NA TFT
The regional
players make me
qualifiers have
sick.
begun, and the Fates champion will be crowned in just a few months. We're also looking to improve the viewing experience for those events, and we're happy to say we have begun development on a spectator specifically for esports viewership. There are still a few unknowns, but our goal is to have this ready by the next set's finals. And if that changes, we'll let you know. This isn't all we have planned for 2021. The set that was teased earlier will also have a mid-set drop this summer, and another brand new set will be coming in the fall. But we'll have more to say about all that stuff later in the year. For now, we hope you're as excited as we are about what's coming.
I
And
am.
we'll see you soon with the second half of Fates.
All right, bud. See you, man.
Hello, I'm John Needham, and let's talk esports. As you dive in to rank up this year, our pro players are gearing up for their own competitive
This actually is
journey.
DMCA'd, by the way. I
Starting
don't
with
care,
the
though.
LPL this weekend and across the globe throughout the month, LoL esports teams will be vying for supremacy on Summoner's Rift. But first, I want to touch on what's in store in our new emerging competitive scenes. Let's start with League of Legends Wild Rift. We're putting our mobile version of League in the hands of many players around the world. The Wild Rift open beta has been very successful, and we're excited about the future. Like League PC, it's wildly competitive, with the depth, complexity,
Bro, I could go
and
pro.
high-stakes moments that make for a great sport. While it's still incredibly early, we're all very excited to bring our passion and dedication for esports to mobile. We're committed to building this authentic League experience for years to come, and planning to get things started with Wild Rift Esports in 2021. Stay tuned for more updates later this year. We're also excited
Bro, I can
to
actually go
involve
pro.
Teamfight Tactics Esports this year. Players from all over the world competed in our first global championship last year, celebrating the Galaxy set. The international fan response exceeded our expectations, and this year we're upping the ante. Not only will each set have a global championship event, but we'll also be investing more in regional qualifying events and prize pools. For Legends of Runeterra, it's time to stoke the fires of competition. In 2021, players can compete in exciting region-wide tournaments hosted entirely in-game. Players will join the competition through ladder or qualifier events and work to earn their spot on the next big tournament. Once they've qualified, over 1,000 players will face off to compete for cash prizes and the pride of being the best in their region.
You know me to say that.
Of course, we're all here today to kick off a new season for the biggest esport on the planet, League of Legends. It's crazy to think we've now got 10 years of incredible history, but we're not looking back. We're ready to redefine League of Legends esports for the next 10 years. You'll see it in the fresh new looks of leagues around the world. The LCK in Korea, LCS in North America,
good logo,
and CBLOL in Brazil. You'll feel it in the excitement of our sport's rising stars who are hell-bent on making a name for themselves. Join us on social at LOL Esports and also at lolesports.com. In 2021, we're also returning to China for our World Championship. Instead of the mostly virtual worlds you saw in 2020, we're planning to take our fans on a massive tour of multiple cities across China. Worlds 2021 aims to be the biggest esports tournament ever and one of the biggest sporting events on the planet. I'm pleased to announce today the host city of 2021 Worlds Finals, Shenzhen. This bold, modern city is on the rise, making it the perfect destination for the biggest moment in our sport. Cool. An exciting new city for the next chapter in LoL Esports. With all this, and much more to come, 2021 is set to be our biggest season yet. We see this as a new beginning, and we're gonna make our second decade of esports at Riot Games even better than the first. Yep. An exciting new era of LoL Esports awaits, and it all starts today. Next starts now.
Okay.
Tactical tries to find one. One's Carsey. Carsey needs to do something
Tyler1 does it!
The rookie of the year. Carsey needs to do something magical here. There it is again. World Championship Final. Do you believe it?
With that, we've just about wrapped up our stream for today.
Said about!
The opening
Just
week
about.
is just getting started. Whether you're looking to begin your climb, team up with your friends, or even search for yordles, there are more ways than ever to enjoy League. We'll also have some more ways to ring in the new year throughout the week, including missions, in-game rewards, player choice votes, and community moments so we can celebrate together. Finally, this is just a preview of what's in store for the year, with many more exciting surprises to come. Thank you so much for watching, and welcome to Season 2021.
Hey everyone! Cześć!
Hey guys!
Hey everyone! I just want to wish everybody an awesome 2021. Welcome to Season 11.
It's a new season.
I'm quite hyped about it, and hopefully so are you.
2021 is our year.
새로운 시즌에는 우리 모두 원하는 티어에 갔으면 좋겠습니다. 짜스!
저도 열심히 해서 반드시 골드 갈게요.
希望大家可以突破自我，取得好成绩。
Hepinize bol LP'li güzel zaferler diliyorum.
Y muchísima suerte en todas sus rankeds.
Disfruten jugando con sus amigos. Saludos.
Dans la faille de l'invocateur, et d'ici là, essayez de ne pas trop feed.
Möge euch alles gelingen. Viel Glück und viel Spaß in 2021.
Я хочу пожелать всем игрокам League of Legends отличного лута, держать мою жабу и быть всегда на позитиве.
Вы лучшие.
Next year, I'm very excited to climb the ladder.
Whatever rank goal you may have, hopefully you achieve it.
And stay very awesome.
Thanks for being part of the League of Legends community.
I'm expecting to see each and every one of y'all out on the Rift.
Good luck in your games.
Good luck and have fun in the year
Hey, go! Fuck you.
올한해 여러분들이
I got it! What's up, bro? What's up? I got caught.
감사합니다.
May the best player win, or as we say in French, que le meilleur gagne.
May your 2021 be full of top 4s, but not against me.
See you on the Rift. Good luck on the climb.
Have fun with the new season.
You got this.
Have fun. See you there.
Hi, Faker.